How you guys doing today? Today I want to talk about 5 astonishing things that will not affect your credit. It's surprising, but they actually will not affect your credit. So stay tuned. My name is Jay, and welcome to Ask a Debt Collector. Now, I've been in the debt collection industry for over 15 years. I've done it all, from skip tracing to collecting to management, and I've owned 2 debt collection agencies. For the past 8 years, I've been the go-to guy for friends and family for questions regarding debt and credit, and now I want to be that person for you. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment section. I promise I'll answer those questions. Let's go. I want to give a special thanks to every single one of you guys who have subscribed to this YouTube channel, who has liked the video, who has commented in the comment section. If you're new to this YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe. Now, when building credit in general, obviously it's something that's not taught in school. Very few schools even teach anything with regards to credit at all. I remember maybe when I was in elementary school, we had a thing called Mid-City where we actually paid for stuff, but all we did was they taught us how to write a check, which, if you own a business, you might still write checks. I still write checks from a business, but not on a personal standpoint. And then how to balance a checkbook. But credit was something that still was not taught. We're not taught those types of things. Now, I want to talk about 5 things that I believe should have an impact with regards to your credit, but it doesn't. Number 1, how much money you make. So very true. I have friends, especially in the debt collection industry, who make 3-4 times the amount of money that I make, but their credit score, my credit score is like 50 points higher. Yes, when you're filling out an application with regards to getting approved for a certain amount of money with regards to, your credit limit, it does factor in to a certain extent. But if you show that you use the credit card and you pay off the credit card with 10% utilization or 0, I recommend 0, your money doesn't have anything to do with that. Like I always say, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you take. And it's how knowledgeable you are when it comes to credit. Number 2, how employable you are. One of the things that credit takes in consideration is yes, they want to make sure you are in fact working, but they don't look at how long you've been at the work. If you think about it, it's not like they ask, well, how long have you been working at that job for the most part? Yes, when it comes to certain things, they do look at that, but at the end of the day, you can get approved for credit without a job at all. Number 3, how much money is in the bank? Now, the reality is how much money that you actually have in the bank will help you on the business side of things, but on the personal side of things, it don't really matter. I remember when I was first starting out my journey and getting approved for credit cards, they ask how much your salary is, but they don't ask how much money you actually have in the bank, because it doesn't matter. The 4th thing is something that I always sort of kind of talk to people about and clients about all the time, is they don't care how you use your debit card or renting. Now, with your debit card, it does not matter. I mean, whether you use the debit card correctly or incorrectly, they don't care. That's not reported on your credit report as credit history at all. But they do care about how you use credit cards, right? Your history with credit cards. But your debit cards don't matter. Anytime I'm out in public and I see someone using a debit card, the first thing I think to myself is I don't understand why. But of course I understand why, because a lot of people just don't have the knowledge. You're better off using credit cards and using those credit cards like debit cards. But however good you use your debit cards don't matter. and then there's a sub A on your renting. They don't care about your rental history. Now, there are a lot of programs out there now that you can actually pay where they can report your rental history. I believe within the next year or 2 years, eventually rental history will be part of your credit score, which I agree with, because there are a lot of people paying rent that's higher than actual mortgage, right? A mortgage payment, and they've been doing it for years and years and years, yet on your credit report it does not reflect, and they don't care as of right now unless you have it reported on your credit report. Number 5, they don't care if you've been to jail at all, right? That's something you would think that they would think about, but they don't. I'm a person who was incarcerated at one point, but right now I do have an 800 FICO score, and that does not matter. Obviously, if you're currently in jail, then yeah, it would matter because you're not able to use the credit that you have. But if you have a past criminal record, for the most part, on those applications, they're not asking you if you've been convicted of a felon or if you have a misdemeanor or if you've obviously done some time in jail. They don't ask that. It does not matter. It has no bearing on your credit report. So 5 astonishing things that will not affect your credit that you would think would, some of those things you would think would affect your credit, but they actually do not. Now, freebies down below. I've been seeing a lot of you guys signing up to get that free pay to delete letter, free goodwill letter, as well as the cease and desist letter. Not as much, but those other 2 letters, I've been seeing it a lot. Obviously, we have a free 30-minute credit repair consultation. It's completely free for you. There is no obligation, but you can actually set up a time with regards to having that consultation with me, and I can take a look at where it is that you are right now, and if in fact credit repair is something that is needed to get you to where you want to be. So opt into that. The link is down below. Now, if you have any questions about credit or debt, to leave that down in the comment section. I promise I'll answer those questions. I've been getting questions about certain stuff, and I've been answering them to the best of my ability. Now, as I always state, you be great.